Yo, y'all know what time it is. Y'all tune in to the realest podcast. This is the Triple A Show. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Triple Ace podcast. So let's get into it. You know how we do. So check this out, right? This lady, she from Broward County, white lady, and she was selling some exotic pit bulls, some dogs. You know what I mean? She was breeding them, and so these teenagers, they came over there acting like they was gonna buy the dogs, and so they came over there to buy the dogs, but they didn't have the money to buy the dogs because these dogs are expensive. They like, I think, yeah, they like 4,000. She's selling for 4,000 each, and so these dogs cost a lot of money. So she said they came over there to her house and she sold them the dogs, and they act like they was gonna buy the dogs, but you know how niggas is. So they end up snatching the lady. Like they grabbed the lady, hold her hostage, and they got actually 3 dogs. And they pulled out their gun. So it's a robbery attempt, you know what I mean? They pulled out their gun, and somehow she ended up getting away. She got away, she ran into a house to go get the gun. While she ran in the house to go get the gun, the dudes ran off with the dogs. Not only they ran off with the dogs, they also shot up her house. And so she was shooting back at them. So she didn't get her dogs back. Luckily, she didn't get killed. You know, this happened down in Broward, Florida. And so my thing is, they stole the lady dogs, so now the police are looking for them. And when you see the video, they like juveniles. None but juveniles do stupid shit like that. So the tenderest man, the one that y'all made famous on TikTok, the old black man, well, he going viral again because he never did sold the ribs, the tendonless ribs. It was owned by some white dude restaurant, whatever. But he blowed the restaurant up, and you know, everybody on TikTok went to support the restaurant when they thought the restaurant was owned by him. So it turns out he didn't own the restaurant. He was working for the white dude. Well, make the long story short, he's no longer working for the white dude. So when everybody was trying to take up for him, he was on the white dude's side, but now the white dude kicked him to the curb. So now he asking for a he got a GoFundMe page up asking for money so he can get his own food truck and start his own business. So a lot of people saying it's too late now. Everybody done moved on from the situation. Yeah, so that's basically what's going on with Tinnitus, man, is that he don't have no money, but he wants his own business now, but it's already too late. Everybody's like moved on from that situation. So I still think he gonna get the money, but it's not gonna be as quick as how it was before. So with that being said, you know what I mean, the old dude, man, I feel sorry for him because he was working for a white dude that didn't give a fuck about him. But now he asking for the people help. All right, more news came out about the rapper from Jacksonville, 25-year-old Lil Poppy. I think I'm saying his name right, Lil Poppy. What happened was the police said it was a single vehicle crash, right? So this happened in Atlanta. He from Jacksonville, but he was in Atlanta on Interstate 85. So he crashed the vehicle. You know what I mean? He crashed the vehicle, and once he crashed the vehicle, he called his manager. His manager is a female. So she told him hey, you know, meet me at this motel. And once she got there to the motel, he was still in the car. It turns out it was the motel security guard, well, off-duty cop, whatever, that called the ambulance, the police. And it turns out he wound down the window, he spoke to her, and from that point, she said she walked away from the vehicle, and then from that point, he took his own gun out and shot himself in the head. So when they rushed him to the hospital, he was pronounced dead. So it was nobody else involved. Because I was thinking, like, damn, maybe he killed the innocent person in the crash, and he wanted to live with that, whatever. He probably was at fault. He probably was drunk. All types of stuff I was thinking. And he killed himself, man. So Lil Poppy had to be going through something in order for him to kill himself. You know what I mean? All right, Floyd Mayweather said he's coming out of retirement. He's not done with boxing yet. He's undefeated boxing legend, and he now coming back doing boxing. So he also scheduled to fight Mike Tyson in Dominican Republic, on April 2026. Mike Tyson is 59 years old. Floyd Mayweather is 49 years old. So, you already know Floyd owed the IRS a lot of money, and he owed $340 million and 1.2. He only made 1.2 billion in his career fighting. So maybe that's the reason why he's coming out of retirement. Who knows? But my thing is, back in the days, you would never have a heavyweight going against a lightweight. And for as this fight goes, you already know it's a money grab for both sides. So will people be, I guess people are going to be watching it, who knows? But don't take this fight serious, because it's all about charity. But after this Mike Tyson fight, I'm wondering who he's gonna really fight. You know, that's gonna be a real boxing match, whoever he fighting next after Mike Tyson. So, I mean, boxing, this how you know boxing fell off, man, because Mayweather did brought excitement to boxing, and he brought a lot of money back to boxing. So I don't know, man. Who y'all got, Mike Tyson or Floyd Mayweather Jr.? Who knows? All right, so what y'all do on the weekends? You know what I mean? Especially like Saturdays ain't the same no more. Like, I'm a truck driver. I travel all over the world. And this new generation, they pretty much, they done. You know what I mean? They don't have the childhood like how we did when we was coming up. And what I mean by that is we used to go outside and play. Like, we used to play football, we used to play basketball. Even we didn't have like a basketball court. Well, for me, I had like a milk cart, and then we used to play on this concrete. I don't know if y'all remember that, but yeah, you take the milk cart and you cut the bottom off, you know what I mean? And then your basketball can fit in there. But and then you have like a little pole, little pole up there. As long as it got like something where you can attach it on, like hooking on, you good to go. So the new generation, all that's gone, man. The new generation is they don't understand like what life was coming up in the 80s and the 90s. You know what I mean? And now that's all gone. It's all gone. Every day, everybody's on social media, and it just ain't no fun no more. You know what I mean? And man, used to have like used to go outside and play. I barely see parks anymore. That's how bad it got. Like it doesn't even exist. You know what I mean? And you go outside early, and you know how your parents used to tell you come back home before 9 o'clock, or beat the sun before it go down. You know what I mean? And then yeah, man, used to have a nice cooked meal, and you don't see that no more in this generation. Like they took that shit out. Like the new generation don't understand like how. But for my generation, I remember we used to go to the mall. You know what I mean? Used to get out of school, go straight to the mall, and used to go inside the mall, freestyle. And then you see your other homeboys and shit that you go to school with. Y'all come together, y'all do a bit freestyle. And we used to walk around the mall and go inside the little CD shop. You know what I mean? And listen to the new music that came out. And then you had like the white boys and shit. They used to dress like Marilyn Manson with them big clothes on. And it turns out some of them bitches going to the mall to steal. But the mall was the fun, cause you hook up with everybody, you speak to females, you know what I mean? You go to the food court, you know what I mean? You and your homeboys betting on how many numbers you get, you know what I mean? Like, it was so much fun in the 80s and the 90s growing up, even the 2000s. But this new generation, they don't understand that. You know what I mean? They completely bored, if you ask me. Like, only thing they know is the internet, and I have no clue what they do for fun. So this generation is sad. They really sad. So my generation, we was the shit, you know what I mean, coming up. We had the ice cream man, we had the Liddy Dillies, we had the candy store lady, you name it, we had it. Like, it was fun growing up in my area. And then, especially Friday, Saturdays, you know what I mean, y'all going to the movies, you know what I mean, or you going to the bowling alley. You know what I mean, the bowling alley was like our club. You know what I mean, that's another hangout spot. Yeah, so I'm gonna tell y'all this story. Like, me and my homeboy, we used to do like stupid shit. So we used to have a ride to the bowling alley, right? But we never had a ride to get back home. So rest in peace to my auntie, my greatest auntie, you know what I mean? Love you and always. So one Saturday, we went to the bowling alley, right? We got a ride there. Boom, that was our hangout spot. So you go to the bowling alley. Now mind you, I didn't know how to skate. So, but my friends, they know how to skate, but I didn't know how to skate at all. So I used to go there, walk around that bitch. They had the best fucking mozzarella sticks back then. And then, so I used to watch my homeboys, they skate, whatever. So I'm upset because that's where all the females at. They on the fucking skates. So I'm like, man, this can't be true. This can't be true. So I used to just walk around the motherfucker, And then the DJs, they used to play like Little John and shit. And I used to have some fun like that. That was my little entertainment. Just walk around that bitch and talk to the females that either got off the damn skate or, I used to catch them before they get to put their skates and stuff on. But so when that's over with, we got phone numbers in our pockets and stuff like that. So we wait till everybody leave because we know we gotta walk home. And we used to have a long ass walk home. So remind you, we was young, stupid, right? So we used to take this long walk home and we talked about the night, stuff like that, right? So it ended up raining, right? We got to another grown-ups club, right? Now mind you, we was like young. So we end up going to another club, like a little Spanish club or something like that. And it was raining. Remember, it was raining hard. So we had to call my homeboy's uncle to come pick us up. And then, we had to tell him where we was at and shit like that. But this dude, whatever, came out of nowhere. We didn't know this motherfucker, but he came out of nowhere. He was like, man, y'all young, man. Let me look out for you until your ride come. And we like, okay, bet. So we go inside the little Spanish bar or whatever. And I don't know how he got us in there because we were young. We weren't like 21 or 18 like that. But the Spanish club we thought was straight, but it ends up it was a gay club. Man, we hurry up and ran out that motherfucker, you hear me? So it was raining and everything, and then we had got somewhere, right? The dude was like, we watched the dude came out the damn place looking for us, but we stayed in the hideout, whatever, because we were fucking scared, man. And then his uncle came and got us and shit, and we were like, man, you a lifesaver, man. It's raining out here, and you already know how like your uncles get is like, why y'all ain't at home, and how the hell y'all get out here with all this rain, and anything could have happened. So switching up topics. Internet shot right now. So Lil Durk has been, is locked up, whatever, right? So his mugshot picture going around the internet, he don't got the dress no more, right? And a lot of people don't understand if you go to prison or whatever like that, if you don't have if you're not Jamaican or, if that's not your religion, then yeah, they go cut your dreads off. You know what I mean? Only way they cannot cut your dreads off if you gotta show proof that you religion, basically. And like you gotta be a Jamaican, whatever. That's the only way you can go to prison, whatever, without your dreads getting cut off. So, internet shot that Lil Durk don't got dreads no more. But that's if this picture is real, though. It might be an AI picture, who knows. But it's going around the internet, and a lot of people like, damn, he ain't got the dreads no more. But that's what happens, man, when you get locked up, man. That's what happens. All right, switching up the topic. How many of y'all played the Nintendo Switch games? So this weekend I bought the new Mario Fever, the little tennis game, and I pretty much like it, but everybody else, they hate it. I don't know why, but it's a good tennis game. A lot of people ain't playing online, but I wish they do. Who knows? I might have to give it a little time. But the game is fire. They got new boards in there. They got a bunch of everybody in there. But the game is fire though, man. Don't hate the game. Yo, thank y'all for tuning in to the Triple A show. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all hit that like button, the follow button, wherever you hear this podcast at. Try to make me number one, all right? Until then, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.